If the cluster of your Passat TDI is showing this logo, it means that you need to refill your diesel exhaust fluid. Hi, I'm Corey from IDParts.com, and in this video I'll be refilling the DEF on this Passat TDI. Let's take a look at the bottles of DEF that I'm going to be using first. Here we have two different types of DEF. One is the OEM Volkswagen bottle. This is a half-gallon bottle and it's available at your local dealer or online at IDParts.com. Here is the generic version of DEF. We also carry this at IDParts.com, but this is also can be found at local truck stops, usually for a lot cheaper than the Volkswagen dealership is. What's important to note is that the car will ask you to add AdBlue. AdBlue, which is right here, is just a marketing term. DEF is actually the type of fluid it is, diesel exhaust fluid. Anything that says approved or approved for diesel SCR systems or diesel exhaust fluid, that's going to meet the spec that your Volkswagen needs. You don't necessarily need to buy something that has the AdBlue logo on it. What we're going to do though is start off with this OEM bottle. What's nice about it is it's got this long filler neck which is going to lock into the filler spout on this Passat. If you take the top off, what you'll see is actually a little lip here too, which will hold the bottle in place. What I like to do is start off with this half-gallon bottle, and after it's empty, I'll cut out the bottom of it and pour these other two cheaper gallons into the tank. We're going to start by opening up the trunk and finding the filler neck. On a Passat TDI, it's located here on the right-hand side. There's a little plastic cover, which will pop right off, and you'll see the filler neck itself. There's a cap, which will slide off, and that's it. We're going to take our bottle, unscrew the top, and simply pop it into place. Once you have the bottle in place, we're actually going to screw the top of the bottle onto the filler neck. Just like I said, it's a really great design. So you're going to screw it on, and it's not going to start releasing the fluid yet until you push down. When you push down, it'll start letting the fluid go. It's going to be slow at first, and then it'll start accelerating, so take your time. Once the bottle's empty, we'll simply unscrew it. And now we're going to cut the bottom off this bottle. We've got our 2 gallons here of DEF and some cut resistant gloves here to protect us from a knife. And we're going to just use a box knife and cut the bottom off this bottle. The plastic isn't that thick, so it's actually pretty easy. Done, just like that. Screw this back on. I'll grab one of our 2 gallons of DEF. Take the seal off. Pour it right into the thing. See, it stays in place because it's actually screwed on, which is really kind of convenient. Once that's full, press it down to release. If you're really slick, you can hold it down with the neck and just kind of do 2 things at the same time here. Now, in order to make the light go off, you only need to do about 1.5 gallons. Capacity of the DEF tank is 4.6 gallons, empty to full, but since you're probably not going to be refilling an empty tank, Volkswagen says to refill, quote, as needed. In this car, we're pretty much down to the very end of our warning period, so we're going to add 3.5 gallons and to buy ourselves as much time as possible. When you're all done with all the DEF you want to put in the car, we just unscrew this thing and put the cap back on. All right, we're done. Our first batch of DEF lasted us about 25,000 miles, so hopefully we won't have to do this again until 50,000 miles. I'm Corey from ID Parts. Thanks again for watching. Take care.